What's your name, classification, and major?
My name is Taekwon Bridges. I'm a senior at Shaw University, and I'm a criminal justice major.
In our last interview, you said you participated in your school's homecoming event called the Late Night Breakfast. There were some concerns about the food quality. Describe the food quality on which you ate that night from what you ate regularly on regular days.
Yeah, I mean, the French toast was a little bit more fluffier than they do serve in the morning. And you can kind of tell that they put more care into the food that they serve on a late night breakfast than they did any other day of the week for breakfast. The eggs taste like tofu on the regular days that they serve it, but this time it was like they actually scrambled eggs. Like you could tell when they use powdered eggs from when they use the regular eggs. And it was just like the meat, the turkey sausage that they serve on the regular breakfasts, it usually has some type of slimy grease on it. But this turkey sausage, it was really, they cooked it well. So it was no slime, no nothing on it. And you can kind of tell it wasn't the regular food that we eat.
Towson Hospitality cooks and serves their students the same food quality from what they serve during the late night breakfast. What was the difference between the late night breakfast food and regular food since they're originally the same food quality?
I don't believe it's the same food quality. I believe that they actually went and got different like material food to cook for the late night breakfast because the syrup that we usually eat, it's like water with diluted sugar in it. And this syrup was actually thick maple syrup. And you can kind of tell like it was definitely more care taken in making this food than any other time. And it wasn't much food to go around because, you know, they actually used real ingredients this time, not that fake manufactured powdered stuff or any substance.
What's the difference between the choices of food served for the late night breakfast compared to everyday breakfast?
First of all, the late night breakfast consisted of real fruit, like real apples, real pineapples that were cut up. Any other time, it would have been the fruit out the cans. And you can just really tell the taste, and it didn't have that syrupy flavor to it. And it was real orange juice, not the watered down orange juice that they use. And the apple juice wasn't watery. All the juice was actually juice this time.
So with all of these complaints between the student body, do you believe there will be any changes between now and the near future with the unsatisfactory of Townsville hospitality food quality?
I don't really think there will be a change in the complaint status that we give them because they say they'll always change the food that we eat, but you can just tell sometimes it's the same food or it's just leftovers. And that gets, you know, that makes us irritated. And I complain every day about, you know, the breakfast that we have to eat. And the only thing that I really like eating breakfast is the tater tots because everything else is pretty much old.
If it was up to you, what would you change about the food quality?
I would change the freshness of the food and I would try to consist, you know, I know money might be tight on a budget at a school. I actually try to cook with real eggs, real material, not any of this stuff from the stores that has maybe plastic or anything. And some of the food has grit in it. And like the meat, the turkey sausage, it has a lot of grit in it. And that just really like grinds my it grinds my gears, man. And I just can't stand it because, you know, I'm eating and I think I hit a bone in my food. And so I had to go talk to the cafeteria lady. But it's not a bone, it's some big piece of grit that's in the meat. It don't make no sense. And the fish is so dry. And they try to serve fish in the morning and you can just crack it open and it make a popping sound. That don't make no sense.
Yo, I heard that one of your friends chipped his tooth by eating a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, I was there. I saw it. I heard the popping sound and everything. That's probably the nastiest cracking sound I've heard in a while. And he showed me, and he had a whole tooth. And I looked at it, and the sandwich was like big, but it was painful to watch. Nobody should have to go through anything like that.
So what type of bread you think they use?
I think they use the steel bread, like the steel wire bread, or maybe a loaf that had been left out maybe for 2 weeks, because I looked at that bread. That's not bread you buy anywhere else. That's not sourdough or anything. That's some rough cookie right there.
What was the atmosphere like at the late night breakfast?
The atmosphere was very energetic, and people were excited. And when we got to eat the food, we were very excited because we were told it was new food. It was just it was gonna be people that weren't with Thompson Hospitality that catered to us. And so we were looking forward to it. And then when we ate, the breakfast was pretty good. So we really enjoyed ourselves. And they had music, and I really enjoyed myself a lot.
If they have another late night breakfast event, what company would you prefer, if not Thompson Hospitality, and why?
To be honest, I prefer IHOP because if we have IHOP, you can have these different types of food. They serve pancakes with different syrup, pancakes with different styles, chocolate chip, blueberry. That'd be good to kind of get out there and taste something different from your everyday life. And I think they have omelets too, and that'd be great for us.
Would you prefer to a friend to attend next year's late night breakfast?
Yeah, I would refer to a friend to come to my late night breakfast because that's the only time they'll have to taste something good at Shaw University. Not to offend anybody, but it'd be kind of hard to bring them here in the morning and actually expect them to enjoy eating the food that we have. If they come to the late night breakfast, it'll probably bring back more memories of home or home cooked meals because that's actually good food served.
That's all the time we have here. Thank you, Taekwon Bridges, for the enlightenment.
No problem.